All right, man. We are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Real to Sports Podcast, and welcome to the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. This is where we bring the NBA and NFL news like we do. And today, we have an NBA Trivia Showdown as the Real to Sports NBA Trivia Champion. Wallstreet is putting his title on the line against the returning Rockstar Rock, baby. Rockstar Rock is back. This is going to be an epic NBA Trivia Showdown between the two. All right, man. We are locked and loaded, and we are ready. So go grab your cold drink because we got the smoke right here on the Real to Sports Talk Show. Shout out to you, GC. You made it, bro. All right. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever on the planet Earth you may be watching us. You guys go ahead, man, set it up, man. Hit that thumbs up for the podcast panel, man. This is your first time watching us, very first time watching us, man. Hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Follow us on all social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you want, man. All of it is at Real to Sports. At Real to Sports, man. Sign up and join our sports group on Facebook, man. The Real to Sports group. Only on Facebook, man. So now, I'm about to introduce you guys to the exclusive elite. They are the Real to Sports Podcast panel. My man, he's back again. He was here Tuesday. Now he's back again. The man with all the money. I'm talking about Rich Homie, and he is in the building. Yeah. What up, Rich Homie?
It was good.
That's my man right there. What up with it?
Chill.
I hear you, man. Good to see you, Rich Homie.
Yes, sir.
Rich Homie, my man. All right, man. Mr. Positivity is back. Mr. Positivity, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Positivity, representing Ball So Hard University. They are the two-time Super Bowl champion, the Angry Birds. They are the Baltimore Ravens, ladies and gentlemen. It's my man, Drew to the game. What's up, Drew, man? What's up, Drew to the game, man?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome for tuning in. Peace and blessings.
Oh, that positive, just straight positive. That's positive, man. I tell you, man. The man who's so nice, you got to say his name twice. Throw him up, baby. Throw him up. Deuces Wild. He represents the Steel City. They are the six-time, the man with all the rings, six-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers down in the Bayou. Deuce.
Yo, host, I tell you this every time. It never gets old, but this one's a little bit better because there's a Ravens fan in here. So this one was probably my favorite. But I like Drew, man. I just like messing with him because he's a Ravens fan, bro.
We all love Drew to the game. Look, he already get coiled up like a python.
Don't poke the bear, bro. Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear, bro. making his return, ladies and gentlemen. Making his return. We haven't seen him in a long time, but he is back. He is back with the foundation. He is back representing Saxonville. And if you don't like it, just teal with it, maybe. Representing the AFC South Division. The AFC South Division champions. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Rockstar Rock. What up, Star?
How y'all doing, people?
Somebody.
What's up, America?
Rockstar Rock is back. Mr. President. He is the president of the Real Sports Group, man. It's my main man. Mr. Faithful, the Lou Gehrig of the Real Sports Podcast. Oh, man, representing the Raider Nation, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders. He is Oklahoma State's alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Young Marcus.
Hey, speaking of Oklahoma State, y'all know what it is. Go Pokes, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And last but not least, man, representing America's team. They are the 5-time Super Bowl champion, the Dallas Cowboys. He's the vice president of the Real Sports Group. And he is the reigning and defending Real Sports NBA Trivia champion. Don't cross the street. Wallstreet is in the building.
Yeah, let's go. Host, I got a formidable opponent today, but you know, it's cloudy down here in North Carolina, and I hate it. It's going to be a cloudy day for my opponent today. Let's go.
You heard him.
Hey,
you heard him first.
Hey, one thing about that, it's cloudy up here too, so I guess this is going to be a cloudy day up here.
Wait a minute, Street. Where you at? It's cloudy where at?
I'm in Greensboro. Let's go.
336 in the house.
Here.
Greensboro, North Carolina. North Carolina. All right, man. Let's get this thing popping, man. We got to open up this show, man. We got XFL news coming from yours truly, man. Our very own Mr. Young Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Without any further ado, welcome to another edition of Young Mark. I am the host, Young Mark. And I know I've said it before, but recently I just witnessed the greatest spring football game of my life. We had last week in the XFL.
Oh, we got some undefeated. Oh, we got some echo. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Last week we had the undefeated, reigning, defending, undisputed kings of the XFL, the DC Defenders, going down to Orlando to take on the winless 0-5 Orlando Guardians. And my word, what a game. Really hats off to both teams for a very entertaining, very clean game. I legit had to cut off WrestleMania just to watch the end of this game. It was so good. You had DC being led by Jordan Teamu. Both teams really played phenomenal. Very clean game, no turnovers. Jordan Teamu finished the day 21-29, 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. De'Aaron King finished perfect on the day, going 1 for 1 with a touchdown of his own. Abram Smith, man, that train just keep on rolling. I guarantee he's going to be on the NFL roster next year. He finished the day 18 carries, 127 yards and a touchdown. But man, oh man, I got to give credit to the Orlando Guardians because I did not give them a snowball's chance in hell to win this game. And ladies and gentlemen, they pulled the upset. They handed the DC Defenders their very first loss of the XFL season. Quentin Dormady, man. Earlier this year, he was exiled. He was almost out the league. They thought he was cheating, selling plays to the other team. Boy, he's taking that frustration out on everybody. he went damn near perfect. He finished the day 27-34, 328 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the day. No interceptions thrown by either team, no fumbles, just really an overall clean game. Pretty much the game came down to a couple of seconds left on the clock. DC with another choice had to go for a 63-yard field goal. The joint went wide right, and Orlando gets their first win of the season. They ended the game 37-36. So shout out to Orlando for not going winless this year and literally pulling off the biggest upset in the XFL. As the XFL gets ready for its playoff push, some teams are making some moves. The Seattle Sea Dragons have gotten Ben DiNucci some much-needed running back help. They recently signed former Denver Broncos running back Philip Lindsay. And the DC Defenders, coming off of their first loss, is like, this ain't going to happen again. They picked up former Washington Commander and former South Carolina Gamecock DJ Swearinger to go play safety for him. So DJ's in the building. So, yeah, it's gearing up, man. Next week, the XFL's got competition. The USFL kicks off for year 2. So, hey, if you like football, man, there's plenty of it still up to go around. But that's on the mark for this week. So back to you, host.
Hey man, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready for some USFL. I am ready, bro. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
On the
man.
Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Yes, sir. I am ready. I am ready for the USFL. I am geared up and ready. I am geared up. All right, man. Football. We got some NFL news and some some good ones coming up. Let's go. All right, man. Josh Allen, Aaron Donald, headline star players who need help from the 2023 NFL Draft. This is published by NFL.com, contributing columnist Adam Shine. My son down there. My son threw me off. He's not playing wrestling. Josh Allen. He said Josh Allen. He said, don't get it twisted. I think Bills GM Brandon Beane is a GM. Anyone who consistently consumes my takes knows how I feel. Consequently, I trust that he will indeed do necessary with Buffalo's six-pack of draft picks. He has playmakers Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, James Cook, and Buffalo is targeting. I cannot pronounce his name right. Is it Bijan?
Bijan. Like Dijon Mustard, but with a B.
Dijon Mustard. Wow. Okay.
But with a B.
Bijan. Okay. Bijan Robinson. Rock, check this out. He said, I remain convinced Bean was planning to take Travis Etienne 2 years ago before Urban Meyer picked him to play slot receiver. That's interesting. Maybe Bean gets aggressive this time and goes around and goes up to get his guy. I'm sorry. So basically, I'm gonna stop right there because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bunch, but actually it's 7. Damn, it's 8, 9. Damn,
You counting, baby. Counting.
it's going on. Good Lord. But I'm gonna start you guys, man. I'm gonna start with Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen, Jim Kelly not too long ago said Josh Allen needs help. He can't do it alone by himself. So we all know Josh Allen needs help. So you guys, NFL minds, you guys, who can help out Josh Allen? As far as we know, all right, let's just say on the running part. Because he's targeting Bijan Robinson. So who can accommodate? Who y'all think that can accommodate Josh Allen right now in the draft?
Well, it's pretty much wide open.
Yeah.
It's a lot of running back depth in the draft. I've been seeing all week rumors that Buffalo might be trying to wheel and deal with Arizona to move up and springboard the other teams that are looking at Bijan Robinson, like Dallas and others. So, but I think the best way to help Josh Allen, to be honest with you, he needed running back help, but he also needed defense. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a no-name quarterback from Miami come up there and shred your defense like that and almost beat y'all. So I think, running back is cool. You definitely need it, but you also got to build up that secondary and the defensive side of the ball as well.
I think it's more play calling than anything.
What up, Ready Red?
What's happening?
Ready Red.
Street took.
Let's go, Red. That's right, man.
Big Red.
I was about to say, technically, they can draft any running back in there, but it's all about the play calling. The offensive coordinator got to call running plays down the stretch where they need to take the pressure off of Josh Allen running the ball and risking turning it over, because he dangerous turning the ball over with his arm, but down in the stretch they didn't learn to try to strip him since they can't hit him high, because he got good upper body strength. So I say it's the offensive coordinator. The coordinator got to really put the pressure on the running back coach. Like, man, y'all want some plays or not? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
They got good backs. It's not like they haven't had good running backs come through that organization. They've had good running backs come through that organization. It's just the offensive coordinator, since Josh Allen been there, him being a dual threat, it takes the pressure off of the running backs. But they really need the running backs to step up to the pressure. And they got a good running back in Cook. He from a good foundation. His brother a good tier back. So it's not like he ain't ready to step up to the plate. They just gotta they gotta find somebody that's ready to take the opportunity.
Facts.
Host, can I stir the pot a little bit, host?
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what we do here on here.
Look, we have blockbuster trivia show at the end between Street and T-Rock, and I believe T-Rock just made the first move and still Wallstreet's turn.
Let's go.
Let's stir it up a little bit.
Stir it up.
I like
Stir it up.
And after Street.
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
No,
basically, my question is, how would you help? If you guys was a GM, how would you help Josh Allen? Because he needs help eventually. I mean, accordingly, whatever you would put it. Red said Buffalo should get Henry if he gets cut.
Street, you want to take it?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I'm like Rock. It starts with the play calling first.
Yeah.
A philosophy of what you want from your team. I think they got down in the red zone a lot, and he threw a lot of red zone interceptions this year.
Yeah.
And if you would have had a running back, possibly that's when you hand him the ball and let him go in there and get them tough yards. Yeah. So I think it starts there. And I'm not in love with none of their running backs, to be quite honest with you. Damian Harris, James Cook, those aren't power backs around the goal line. So there may be a reason why they're giving him the ball around the goal line a lot. So you need to draft a big power back, a back that can take that banging around the goal line. I hope they don't get Bijan, because I'm hoping my Cowboys get him. You know what I mean? We draft in front of him. So we need to get him. We need to move up and get him.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, but I know people don't believe that about running backs, but I believe if you got your player, you know what I mean, and you can get him on a good contract, a rookie contract, move up and get him. So I'm hoping that we can do that. But that's what I think he needs, for a philosophy change, and then probably addressing the running back position in the draft, and then upgrading a little bit at tight end. I'm not in love with Knox either. So, things.
I feel Street on that one. I feel Street. True to the game.
I'm going to piggyback off of just about everybody. I mean, Prez, T-Rock, and Wallstreet. First of all, I think offensively they have what they need. I think that Damian Harris is a serviceable running back. He could do your short yardage. He could do your goal line. That would help out the quarterback that led the league in interceptions last year. And I think that James Cook also provides a good change of pace, and it also has to come down to some of that play calling, and don't force Josh Allen to be Superman and make him run. He's back to throw it. If there's a design run, let him have the design run. Play calling is a big part of it. But then also what Prez said, I think that defense could use a little help. They've got a good defensive front, but then Von Miller, if he comes back to play this year after that, it's done. So you're gonna need somebody to step up and service that part. Then you got that secondary that got torched, by Miami, by the backup quarterback. Like they probably need to tighten up on the corners and probably on the safety. And I think other than Milano, like what other linebacker do they got? They just lost Edmonds,
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I mean, you gotta plug and play the right pieces. But I think offensively they're pretty straight. I think that Damian Harris signing was strong, but and Knox he's serviceable. He's not a game changer, but Josh is going to get him in the game. He's going to make him involved in that offense. But defense and play calling, I think, is where they can help him out the most. And I don't think they have what it takes to move up to get Bijan Robinson. I see Philly taking him or Dallas taking him. He's not going to get to the 20s where the Bills are drafting at. And I don't think with 6 picks this year that they're going to be willing to give up too much to move up that far to get one guy.
Well, due to the game, it's funny you mentioned that because in the rumors that I saw on NFL Network this week, one of the pieces they mentioned trading to help try to get up to get that pick was Dawson Knox. So, ironically enough,
media they gotta make a story.
Yeah.
Okay. Deuce is wild.
He's not. Josh Allen isn't the first guy I think of when I think of a star that needs help, though. Like he's had some players, man. Like he's played with some dudes, Stephon, Gabe Davis. A lot of that stuff has to do with him turning the ball over, And yes, it's a lot of play calling. I agree with that. And yeah, the defense started to get banged up last year with Jordan Poyer going out with injury and things like that. And they've been dealing with Tre'Davious White's injury. But when those guys were healthy, they were one of the best defenses in the league.
Facts.
He's not the guy that I'm like, bro, he needs some help. He's just doing it all on his own because that's just, to me, that's not the case.
Facts.
I think he's had a lot of what he needs. I think if we're going to make a change, I think it's an offensive coordinator who has like you guys said, a different philosophy. On 3rd and shorts, I'm not running quarterback power. We're going to turn around and give it to this guy. And if he gets a yard, then we'll bring back Josh, get him under center and quarterback sneak, similar to what Jalen Hurts did all last year. And they just pushed him forward for, 2-3 yards. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that. I think Josh has been up there keeping them boys afloat by himself. I think he's obviously their franchise player and he's the best thing they've had out there in a very long time. But I think it's he's got to make a step too. I don't think it's just on everybody else around him. I think I want to see a step forward in his game as far as protecting the ball goes and certain decisions that he makes. And even if those decisions are not running as much, because we want him to preserve his body and be on the field, but he's not the first guy I think of when I think of a guy that needs some help.
I agree. Yeah. I kind of agree with Damian Carter said. I mean, God, he really spot on that. He really spot on. Reddy Red out here, Washington is shopping Chase Young possibly for a first round pick. Houston is a team of interest. Houston?
I can believe it.
I was about to say, it sounds like a Houston move.
D'Amico move.
Yeah, D'Amico making moves, isn't it?
It's about time for Chase to get that.
What it is, Rob? What it is, Rob?
Set their franchise back.
Yeah.
They worried about that. From up here, the fans and everybody just worried about the sale right now.
There you go.
Yeah. They ain't talking about shipping Chase Young, especially not from up here.
Oh, Magic, go get that. Go get it, Magic.
Hometown kid.
Right. That'd be crazy. All right, next guy, man, Aaron Donald. He lost Jalen Ramsey, and he lost Bobby Wagner. But Jalen Ramsey and Bobby Wagner. Okay, so how would you guys accommodate in helping out Aaron Donald? Because Aaron Donald, as we know, is a dog. But right now, since last year, Aaron Donald's been ice, Andre 3000 cold. So what would you guys do in the offseason or in the draft? Who would you pick in the draft, or what would you do in the offseason to get Aaron Donald a star like that some help? True to the game.
If it's the draft, I'd get him somebody out on the edge. And there's a lot of edge guys out there I think that could help out the Rams. You can get them early, you can get them mid-rounds, you can get them late. There's a couple of sleepers out there. One in particular, I think he went to, what is that, Stephen F. Austin. EJ Thompson. He's like a freak of nature. You put that boy out there on the end, you're not running that way. You're not going to run to him. And then, you pull Donald out to the side or coming up that middle, it's going to cause trouble. You know what I mean? I think draft-wise, that would help. Get him somebody else on that front line to give him pressure. If it was outside of the draft, I say set that man free. Get him out of there. They got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do.
I agree 100%. If you want to help Aaron Donald, you get him the hell out of Los Angeles.
I think so. I think so, bro.
That is the only thing that's going to help him.
Yeah,
you're behind on offense. You're behind on defense. You traded your best corner. There's nothing you can do, man. That dude's a Hall of Fame player. He dominated the league for at least the last 6-7 years. And I would hate to see his career just go to the wayside like that because he's in such a bad place. Yeah. So I'd like to see him out of there. I'd like to see him go somewhere.
I talked to a guy. Shout out to my man up in Roanoke, man, at Lowe's, Roanoke, Virginia, man. I was talking to him yesterday, and he's a Rams fan. And we was talking about Aaron Donald. I said, man, it's time. I said the same thing, Deuce. It's time, bro.
It's over.
It's over.
And he's done what he needed to do.
It's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. What you think? What you think, Rock?
I'll make a blockbuster announcement here.
Okay.
It's gonna shock Deuce.
Okay.
If Aaron Donald leaves LA, I got him going to Pittsburgh.
Good. Woo, that'll be nice.
But history says the best defensive players play in Pittsburgh. So if you're the baddest dude in the league, you're supposed to be wearing black and gold.
Ray Lewis never wore black.
Y'all couldn't draft him that year.
No, he's one of the guys that was under our nose the whole time, and we didn't get him. Little Dan Marino stuff.
In the building.
Okay.
But we didn't miss it with Kenny, I guess. We went ahead and took Kenny. So I don't see them letting them go within the division. So they're gonna trade him for some value.
Out of conference.
If he is the leader. Yeah. Within the division. They'll trade him. They'll probably trade him within the conference, but they're not gonna trade him to like Seattle or Arizona.
Come down to the Star. Come to the Star, Aaron. That's where he want to be at.
He's gonna go somewhere where it's a big market.
So he's going to a big market. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be tough.
Is there any bigger market? Is there any bigger market in the sport?
Y'all can't afford. Can y'all afford him?
Yeah, and he only do $13 million next year. That's all. He signed an extension last year.
But
what about that contract? Ain't that contract heavy?
We'll move some stuff around.
They'll rip that contract up for that boy, man.
Aaron Donald.
I heard Aaron Donald's a big fan of barbecue.
Oh, yeah, better barbecue than Dallas, right?
Nah, I think it's
there is,
bro. Play with Mahomes. Kansas City.
Dallas is a close second. But the real barbecue capital of the world is in that place I can't stand. But
really,
yeah, y'all close second.
I didn't know that.
Rich Homie, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Man. So man, he said, look. He talking about talk that talk, Wall Street. Red's a Cowboy fan.
That's right, man. He's a good man. That's a good man out there, Reddy. Red, good man.
But I agree with Drew the game, man, and Deuce. The best way to help Aaron Donald is have him traded.
Hey, Rich Homie, come out and come back in. Yeah.
You can't replace the Pro Bowl talent that even though Bobby Wagner on the end of his career, you know what I'm saying, he was still a Pro Bowl talent. And Jalen Ramsey get burnt every other Sunday, so still Pro Bowl talent. So
Toast.
yeah,
Come on, man.
Toast.
Ain't
you
he
can't.
ain't he a former Jag, man?
I
And a
mean,
former Seminole
he
too.
did. He a former Jags fan, and
And
he
a
a former
Seminole.
Jags player,
Damn.
and he played with the Seminoles. But you gotta get. I can't be biased just because he wore the uniform.
So you gotta speak the
I gotta
facts.
read what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what's on the field as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you on
That's
that.
real.
I feel you.
They
Mr.
can't get
President.
rid of Donald. They owe him too much money, man.
Facts. A lot of money. We don't see no Aaron
See
Donald
that full
commercials no more,
circle.
hardly. Damn.
Trade all them high players for draft capital.
The Super Bowl will really get you in mainstream because we don't see Little Caesars with Matt Stafford no more. We don't see Aaron Donald doing these commercials no more. It's over. It's Vince Carter. Vince Carter said it's over. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah, they shot their load all. They shot out. They emptied their gun, man, for that.
They emptied their whole gun, bro. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Rich homie, the Rams is over with, right?
Yeah, but like I just was trying to figure out like where he was gonna go though. Like what would be a good fit for him.
I agree with Rock.
T-Rock told you.
Yeah, Pittsburgh would be the perfect place for him.
Yeah.
Mark
But
gonna love that.
that's not a Pittsburgh move,
I mean,
though.
that's
It's
his
not.
team, so
Sadly, it's not.
I know.
He's being biased. Of course, he's gonna say he belonged with the Steelers. So, yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh would be perfect. Pittsburgh would be perfect, though. I know.
Would it?
I
Would
know.
it
Bro.
really?
You gotta look at it like that, bro. You gotta look. At it.
I don't care if they
desperately
had.
need a lineman like that.
I don't care if it's Aaron Donald. I don't care if it's Mean Joe Green. They still can't beat the silver and black. But I mean, like I was gonna say that actually until T-Rock said it. I was gonna say like, I think he would be good in Pittsburgh or in New York with the Jets as far as like a team out of conference that could use him.
The Jets?
But
yes,
add him to that defensive line with Quentin Williams and them boys.
Yeah.
And
That star
the cap
inside
space.
that helmet.
Y'all ain't got the cap space for him, man.
Somebody like Aaron Donald want to be on primetime games a lot, man. He want to play primetime games. I mean, Steelers do play on a lot of. Well, they used to play on a lot of primetime games. They're not so much lately.
Shit, we
But
get it down here, boy.
My
Pittsburgh,
Cowboys,
man.
no matter we playing good or bad, we gonna be on TV.
We see the Steelers game all the time up here.
Yeah, all the time,
Ravens
bro. We
ain't
get
on.
Steelers
Really
game.
fortunate.
Ravens not on.
Yeah. Cleveland.
But,
We get either Cleveland
I'm
or
over
Pittsburgh.
Fox. I'm over Fox, man. I don't do CBS like that.
I wonder why.
But Deuce can agree with me on this. That's not a Pittsburgh move. Like out of the history of y'all franchises, if y'all ever really like thrown the bag at a big name free agent like that, like nah. So I mean, most of the time y'all have a big time Pro Bowl talent, and y'all the ones let them go, to another team and raid that team of a bunch of third round picks or somebody that never gets on the field. But that's neither here nor there. I ain't holding no grudges, but I would love, seriously, I would love for him to be able to go to Pittsburgh and play for his hometown team and rejuvenate that long-suffering fan base. But that just ain't a Pittsburgh move. But New York, that's something the Jets would do. That's something the Jets would do.
Mark, where do you come up with this, Mark?
Hey, long-suffering fan base. I like that.
Bro, I think we ended the year on a high note, man. I really do.
LSFB.
Oh man, we're gonna do two more, man, because this is a long list, man. We're gonna do two more. Let's go to the king, Derrick Henry. Let's go to Derrick Henry. How in the world can you guys, if you guys were GM, how in the world you gonna help out a guy, a star like Derrick? The man, the king, Henry. Now, Rock knows this guy because, Rock plays this guy 2 times a year, so he know him like the back of his hand. So I'm gonna start with Rock. Rock, how would you help out a guy like what help would you bring in for Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans?
As a long-suffering fan base of being a Jags fan, we know a lot about Derrick Henry. So King Henry from us, but never mind. I'm playing. I'm joking.
You good, bro?
We got them last year, so it's a different story. But I think the best way they can help them is their quarterback play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting some, like, they kind of did it towards the end with Josh Dobbs, but, you know, that was small sample size. He had, like, one game or a few hours just to
Yeah,
prepare
yeah,
for a
yeah.
team that had their quarterback all year. So, I mean, it depends on me. It depends on how they do in the draft. If they want to draft a quarterback or go out there and get a guy that can really, you know, man the offense, be a leader. Because Malik Willis ain't it right now.
Mm-mm,
And I don't know
mm-mm.
what they're gonna do about Ryan Tannehill. You know, he could
Good
come
question.
back, you know, and still be a leader of the locker room for them. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, only thing I feel like Derrick Henry can do is either ask for a trade or, you know, tell them go out there and give me a guy that can, you know, bring a defense to open up the box a little bit for him.
You
'Cause
think?
they
Do you
put
think?
Malik Willis out there.
You
He's gonna
you
be a
think
shell of
Derrick Henry?
himself.
Do you think Derrick Henry's doing a Damian Lillard?
I don't think so, because with good quarterback play, he's still able to demand, he's still able to take over a game just by his ability to go at you every down, like
Mm-hmm.
3 4 downs he can go at you. So
Okay.
it's not that. I just think it's the quarterback play. They don't Defense has got to be able to respect the signal caller. They don't
Mm-hmm.
respect the signal caller, they not going to respect the running back. They just going to hone
Absolutely.
in on him.
Absolutely.
So with Tannehill, when he's playing against defenses that respect him, you see Derrick Henry takes over a game. Like Buffalo then struggled to beat Tennessee based off of just what the
Facts.
ability
Facts.
Derrick
Facts.
Henry
Facts.
can do to to shred they second and third level of their defense. So, you know,
Mm,
that's all I feel like. It depends on their O line
mm-hmm.
and they signal caller that's gonna help Derrick Henry.
Signal caller.
That
Hold that
Josh,
thought right
that Josh
there.
Norman effect.
Yeah. Oh my God. Street.
Yeah, man. I think Derrick Henry could probably be helped from a change in philosophy also. You know what I mean?
Fact.
That just just pounding him. He probably ain't gonna give you about 2 more years at that rate. And especially with the quarterback position. I don't know what they doing at quarterback. The young kid, he just ain't ready right now. So that's between changing philosophy and getting a quarterback, like T-Rock said, man, I think that's the only things you can do to really help Derrick Henry out. You don't have a big cap hit next year's cap hit. I think his base salary is like 10 million. So that's a base salary. But if I was Derrick Henry, I'd walk into this office and say, "Hey, I want to be traded. I want to be traded. I ain't liking what we seeing going here now. If they're not gonna keep Tannehill, he's looking for a rebuild situation. So he's another 3-4 years. So
Yeah.
he don't have that type of time.
Yeah.
So I'll go in and ask for a trade. That's what I'll do. Ask
It's
to
just
come
like
out here,
Aaron Donald.
come to Big D. We can afford 10 million for him. Come on out here.
I knew it was coming.
Rich homie, if you were owner of the Tennessee Titans, man, a star, a beast like Derrick Henry, what you got to do, man, to keep this guy satisfied or keep him happy?
I mean, I feel like it's just like with the Bills, like they one dimensional, because if they ain't got no quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna the fact that they gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
With that, they have to get like a quarterback and offensive coordinator to like supplement everything.
I agree.
If you one dimensional, everybody gonna hone in, and then like Wallstreet was saying, he don't have long. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a power back.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that too. So he gonna get hit every play, but I mean he can withstand that. But like with running, they shelf life is what, like 7-8 years almost.
Maybe.
If that.
Yeah. Maybe. Reddy Red said wide receiver turn quarterback. You hit our quarterbacks. They want to make wide receivers.
Talk to him, Red. Talk to him, Reddy.
Red talking today, boy.
Red
talking today. Deuce, talk to him, Deuce.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of the same thing how I felt about Aaron Donald. I think it's over. I think it's time to go. they just started deconstructing that offense piece by piece, man. Like the offensive line started to go. Then you traded AJ Brown to get a younger version of him who didn't or it hasn't had the same effect. I'm not going to say that kid hadn't panned out because he hadn't been in the league long enough, but he hasn't given you the same productivity that AJ Brown would have. And then now, you know, Derek is kind of taking, you know, so much more of a beating because all they can do is turn around and hand the ball off to him.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for him to find somewhere. But I just want to take the opportunity to say how happy I am that Mike Tomlin decided not to take Malik Willis last year. Because it was just, I just knew for sure that he was going to be our quarterback. I just knew we were going to take him. You know, they had Mike T talked about how much he liked him and how long their meeting was. And I just knew he was going to be there. And when we took Penny, I was kind of upset because I wanted Malik.
Yeah. Everybody did.
I'm so happy I'm not in the front office and didn't make that decision. Everybody did. He doesn't look like he can, you know, and it was so drastic. Like going into the draft, talking about how good he was and how great his meetings were. And then all of a sudden, nobody was talking about him anymore. And he fell to the second round. And I just think people found out that he couldn't really, you know, throw it. You know, that's just
so he was basically Deuce. He was just overhyped.
Very.
Yeah, okay. Got you. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you all the way. Arm in arm on that one. Yeah. He was overhyped. He was overhyped. Drew to the game.
Offense made the quarterback.
First of all, I like Deuce, we're not gonna hold it against you with your draft analysis. It's probably a good idea y'all didn't get.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you guys did get the right guy in Kenny, and I think you guys might follow suit with something with that a little bit later, maybe pairing him back up with Addison. Maybe. Just depends. But as far as it comes to Derrick Henry, I mean, they don't have a tight end. You just lost your left tackle, and you don't have a quarterback. So, like, I mean, I'm in favor of it's time to hit the road, you know? And, I mean, I know my man Street said, you know, but he thirsty, yo. They thirsty in Dallas for a running back. So
we just one piece away.
One piece away. Yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry, he's too good of a talent to be stuck in a situation like that. You know, I think it's time for him to move on. I don't know if they have it. They've got a few draft picks, but it ain't gonna happen overnight. And for him to continue taking that beating, I think it'd be best to walk in that front office as well and say, hey, look, it's been a nice run and it's been a lot of them, but it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Time to go. I need to give T-Rock and them Jags a little breather, you know. Get them out of there.
Jags taking over that division, bro.
Street, if he comes to Dallas, you gonna let him wear 22?
No, he can't have 22 now.
What the loyalty here, man? What's up, bro?
You can't have that, man.
Red said we a little parched. Philly G. What up, Philly G?
Philly
G. Mr. President, Derrick Henry.
I echo the sentiments of my Real to Sports podcast brethren and feeling like it's time. Tennessee's in desperate need of a rebuild at this point. Everybody keep talking about the quarterback. I think where they really messed up was when they traded AJ Brown. Like I think they really underestimated how much he helped. Not only did he help make Ryan Tannehill look good and diversify the offense, but you know, when Tannehill is out there and he can throw it to AJ Brown in the red zone or he can hand it off to Derrick Henry, teams don't know which way to go, so it opened up more lanes for Derrick Henry to do his thing. Personally, what I would like to see happen is, you know, y'all danced with him before, might as well dance with him again. Send him on up to Philly. Let him run with Jalen Hurts in that offense. It'll take some of the pressure off of both of them and be beneficial to both Jalen and Derrick Henry. Take advantage of the fact that, you know, Jalen's still on that rookie contract and see what you can do. See if you can run it back. But I took slight offense to something that Deuce said, and I just want to go ahead and say it. Hell's gonna freeze over, and I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for what I'm about to say, but it is what it is. I'm a heel. Deuce, y'all could have had Malik Willis and probably still beating the Raiders last year, so don't feel too bad. The outcome of that game wouldn't have changed whether it was Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, or Dagon. So
I just love how Mark likes to swing and move the goalposts when it benefits him. Any other day, my Steelers can't beat the Raiders for nothing. You know, we gave y'all last millennium and all that good stuff. Now all of a sudden, I could have went in there with a high school quarterback and beat the Raiders. You can't. Look, man, I'm not gonna let you do that to me, Mark.
Franco was gonna push y'all to victory no matter who was behind center that game. You know that. And not to mention, Derek was giving y'all a Christmas gift. All them daggone interceptions he threw. I do give credit. Mark. I do have to give credit because, like, I remember, like, because Deuce had mentioned it real quick. We were talking about running backs and taking them in the draft and whatnot. I remember a story out of Pittsburgh, like the Steelers players really wanted Tomlin to trade up to draft Trent Richardson in 2012. Tomlin looked at that tape and said, "No, sir." And boy, was he right about that one. So, hey, one thing about Pittsburgh, y'all don't pick high in the draft, but when y'all do pick, y'all do a good job.
Man, who you telling?
Young Mark skills, boy. He be sticking and moving like
Pittsburgh, they birth wide receivers, bro. They just birth wide receivers.
And then they trade them to the Raiders, and they don't do absolutely nothing.
Martavis Bryant,
Antonio Brown, like
they were good in Pittsburgh. I wonder what the problem was.
I don't know what the problem was.
But
man, you talking about hype when we got AB, but I was like, what? We got AB?
Yeah.
Man, a cup of coffee, bro. A cup of coffee.
Can we not? Can we please not? Because
I was about to go buy an AB jersey, bro. I was like, what? They got rid of AB? That
pickup was worse than when Washington got Albert Hainsworth. I swear to God. Oh, boy.
I was never Albert Hainsworth guy. He's trash to me. I couldn't.
Was it worse than when y'all got Randy Moss?
Oh
my God. Oh, the 05? Oh my God.
And you know what, T-Right? That's why Derrick Henry always run 99 yards and y'all every time y'all that's exactly why right there.
Didn't do it last year.
Man. Billy G, what do you say? I think Howard about to do another trade this year in the draft.
Hey man, if y'all want to trade Jalen Hurts to Vegas, man, we'll take him.
You gotta watch Philly in the draft though, man. They something else in that draft, baby. I respect them.
Them Cowboys is something else in the draft, man. Because
we gonna make that
Jerry Jones, man. He be doing something. He be plotting and scheming, bro. He be doing some scheming.
Host, if you gonna tell the story about Dallas, Dallas just get daggone lucky as hell in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. We supposed to have Michael Parsons.
Listen,
they were supposed to have had Connor Cook. They were supposed to have had Johnny Manziel.
Denver Broncos, goddamn it.
Paxton Lynch was supposed to be a Cowboy. Like
we was about to get Michael Parsons, then Denver
smoke screens.
Man, that's crazy, man. All right, last one before we get to the big one, because I know y'all gonna rip him apart. But this is the last one. Good old Daniel Jones, quarterback of the New York Giants.
Ooh,
Lord. She said the Commanders ain't shit in the draft.
Well,
nothing. Got Snyder, man. I mean,
I wouldn't say that because Dotson and McLaurin.
Dotson's nice,
and they defensive line. Those are all good draft picks.
Terry, a fan favorite of it.
Yeah, facts. Dotson's nice. All right, so Daniel Jones. Now we all know that the New York Giants, who is in the NFC East, pretty good this year. But Daniel Jones, we all know D-Rec. Shout out to D-Rec. I told you before. I tell you every single time I talk to you, you don't have no dogs. You don't have no dogs. So right now you're not respected. I mean, nobody. You see the Giants. Everybody like, we play the Giants. Easy dub. You know. You don't have a dog, but you guys, a quarterback like Daniel Jones, who has improved this year. His numbers is improved. His interceptions are down. His quarterback ratio's up. Like, shout out to Daniel Jones, improvement.
Daniel Jones could be helped. First of all, if you keep that turf monster off the field.
Oh.
And then, as far as the draft is concerned, I think getting him maybe a true tight end, because I think he's still developing, and like an X receiver, because he doesn't have an X. He really don't have any wide receiver.
He don't know yet, Mark. They took Darren Waller from us.
I was about to say, bro. What?
But Darren Waller is unorthodox. He's more of a wide receiver to me.
He don't stay on the field.
For a guy that said, thank you, Wallstreet, for a guy that says he's top 3, and he couldn't even smell the field last year, I can't even get with that, man.
I understand. I understand.
I'll take him over Mark Andrews, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well, look at
hold on now. I have to fire you as my GM if you did that.
Hey, I'm 10 toes down with that statement. I'll take Darren Waller over Mark Andrews any day.
Maybe in the model contest, but not on that field.
Right?
Yeah, on the field. I said what I said.
Yeah. And again, we need to run him off. That ain't even close to
it's not even close.
Let's see how Darren Waller does this year. We'll give him a mulligan last.
Terrorist attack.
Hey, damn. Yeah, so but again, Philly G said Mark Andrews is a great tight end.
Right.
Mark don't see Ravens games though. He only seen one.
Oh, Mark Andrews.
Sir, hold up.
I put him top three tight ends in the league.
Yeah, top 3. Yeah.
Drew to the game. Let me ask you a question, bro.
Not according to Mark.
Drew to the game. Let me ask you a question. Where did Mark Andrews go to college?
University of Oklahoma.
What person on the podcast panel watches the University of Oklahoma religiously every single year? Because that's my biggest rival.
Oklahoma don't play on Sunday.
But I know Mark Andrews pretty darn well
though. How many touchdowns did Waller have last year?
None.
That's beside the point, man. That system was trash. The system was trash, man.
He even said he was shocked that he got traded, but he should have knew because he wasn't being productive. I like the kid. I wish he would have panned out in Baltimore, but he didn't because he wasn't productive, and he couldn't stay on the field.
Couldn't stay on the field.
When he had a legit head coach and a legit offense, y'all saw what he could do.
Waller is a different breed though, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, he played more wide receiver to me, yo.
The talent is there. The talent is there, but it's always sitting on the sideline. So hey.
What's my boy name? Is it Trent Green? No. Who was the other boy that came out of Oklahoma who was very talented? That quarterback. That young
quarterback?
Sam Bradford?
Yeah, but didn't stay on the field in the pros.
That's true.
Sam Bradford.
Yeah,
Bradford.
Yeah, like Ho said.
I thought you was gonna say
Saturday. But when he had to elevate the Sunday, he was like, go.
That's true.
He got paid. He got paid, though.
He stole a lot of money in the league.
He can't stay on the field, but that brother got paid.
A lot of money. He did steal a lot of money.
Yeah.
Whoa, Philly G. You said Dallas Goedert is better than Waller. No.
All right, I'm see y'all later.
Don't push the narrative. Don't push the narrative now, bro.
I can't go that far.
No, I can't go that far, bro.
Dallas Goedert ain't even a top 16 type, man.
He is available.
What's their other tight end? Their other tight end might be better than him.
Who?
Yeah. Zach Ertz.
Nah, he played for Arizona now.
Oh, he played for Arizona.
Heath Miller was better than daggum Dallas Goedert.
Why not? He's always on the field. He play all the time. He catch big. I mean, when the last time you heard your boy do something, though, Mark? I mean, they got to count for something.
On the field. To me, it's Andrews, Kittle, and Kelsey.
That's it.
Those are 3.
Andrew, Kittle, Kelsey.
Yeah.
So who? Mark is taking.
Evan Ingram. Hold on, y'all can't. Evan Ingram been stepped up since like
top 10. Top 10.
Top 10. Yeah, maybe top 10.
Mark
can go top 5.
Dalton Schultz.
I may stick my boy Schultz in there.
Yeah, I
Right.
was gonna say
Top 10.
Schultz
Top
good.
10.
All right, guys. If we're just
Yeah.
putting our team's tight ends in, all right, I'm gonna put Pat Fryermuth in there too. I mean,
Look,
I
Mark.
think Fryer move all right. You gotta
Mark,
look at it from
Yeah, I like
fantasy.
Move. Man.
football.
I like Move. Move, all right.
This year in
You gotta look
fantasy
at it from fantasy
football,
football
Mark,
too, as far as
if
the
you don't take and
tight end.
start Darren Waller,
Ooh.
I'm gonna be on you all year. If you
There
don't,
you
I gotta be able. I gotta
Waller
get him first. Somebody might steal him like they did
Smack.
last year. He got stolen from me last year, bro.
They spared you. They spared you.
Definitely. They saved you. That was a blessing in disguise, Mark.
Not a blessing in disguise. I didn't trade for Lamar Jackson. That was a blessing in disguise.
There you go,
So-
Philly.
that's
Oh my lord.
So what about the Giants, bro? What about the Giants, real quick? The Giants. Can anybody help the Giants? Can y'all help them in the draft? Do they? I mean, what should they start? Where should they start? I think they should start
Wide receiver.
There you go. Yeah, wide receiver.
Yeah. You paid your quarterback. If you're not going to address the offensive line or wide receiver or upgrade, I like Bellinger, but you might have to upgrade that tight end a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got wide receiver. They got Slayton, Sterling, Shepard. They just picked up Jamison Crowder.
Yeah, he's solid. He don't move the needle like that though.
Yeah,
Possession receiver.
They need a dog.
Yeah.
You need
I know a guy.
a dog in the NFL. Every team needs a dog. Jacksonville has a dog. The Raiders has a dog. Baltimore has a dog. Pittsburgh has a dog. Everybody has a dog.
Ooh.
I got Marcel. Damn, I almost said Marcel Aitman.
They can get a receiver. They drafted in the first round, 25th pick, so they can get a receiver.
Yeah, everybody got a dog though. I mean, a dog. I don't care if it's quarterback, running back.
Oh, okay.
Placeholder, whatever the hell.
I'm with you, Drew. I'm with you.
I was about to say, did we find somebody I don't know about?
I'm with you.
You got Tyler Wallace,
Personally,
bro.
I think
y'all got Najee Harris.
no. I'm saying I think that Drew to the game and Lamar is the star that I would say needs the most help.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt, shadow of a doubt.
But is he a Baltimore Raven though? Is he gonna be a
I
Raven?
hope not.
Oh Lord, here we go.
All I gotta say is this to the GM for the Ravens. I only got one thing to say, and I ain't even gonna say it. I'm gonna let my shirt say it. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Stripping ain't J.R. Smith in us out here. Okay.
You done done it now. Don't
Don't be a piece of.
Don't be a piece of.
No doubt.
Don't be a piece of shit. The Giants going back to the basement.
Back to the basement, just like I told y'all.
I don't think so, man.
They were Fugazi last year. Fugazi, man.
No, it wasn't nothing Fugazi about them. I mean, they couldn't get over the hump. That is the Dallas Cowboys, but
we all know.
Hey, that's between y'all and them. But the fact that Daniel Jones did what he did with the numbers he had with basically no help last year outside of Saquon Barkley shows, hey, Brian Daboll might be able to bring out the real talent in him. So go pick up my man James Washington. This is a deep draft and wide receiver and tight end. So you're gonna have
Washington.
I said what I said.
He was on that. He was on that what's called roster all year last year, man.
He's better than he's shown.
I'm taking my bias out of it because of where he went to school. But when has James Washington gotten the chance to show what he can really do in the NFL?
Who fault is that?
The Giants can get him for cheap. It's Pittsburgh's fault. You want to be real.
The
Giants can get him for cheap. No, for real. Listen, hear me out. The Giants can get him for cheap and get a bona fide weapon for Daniel Jones on top of what else they can do in the draft. If they can replicate the success they had in them draft picks last year with the depth of offensive talent that's out there this year, they're gonna be all right.
Man, you can't hang your hat. You can't hang your hat on somebody that ain't played football in almost 3 years, man.
Right.
He ain't play it all last year. He didn't play it all.
Look,
he was on our roster. What you call?
I said him because he is a dog that they can get for cheap.
Dog. I just don't see it, Mark.
Yes.
I don't see it. When did James Washington?
The film don't lie, bro. The film
you going back to that college. Don't go back to that college film, Mark.
Don't lie, bro.
He was just in Oklahoma State, though.
It's not even college. Like X Deuce, like when they actually gave him a chance in the preseason, bro, dude was doing pretty
preseason.
But he won the guy in Pittsburgh.
He got overshadowed by Juju and the TikToks and Ben Roethlisberger not looking his way to throw him the ball.
It's a reason.
Pittsburgh didn't give him a chance to show what he could do.
We had other receivers.
Juju
You know?
in the TikTok.
We had other guys that
Pittsburgh got a full
produced
full
more
of
than him.
receivers.
But he's not wrong. James does have dog in him. Has he been able to
Thank
show
you.
it? No. But
Thank
he's a very talented receiver. But would I risk signing him and ruining and losing him and he not playing the year? Probably not.
So what's the
I think
risk, though?
both things can be true, Mark.
Send in
You
the
can get
bait.
him for cheap though. You can get him for dirt cheap. Like I'd be willing to bet you can get him slightly above the league minimum. Take a 1 year flyer on him, see what he can do, and if he produces, you got something.
Man, I'm telling you, once them start having these little hamstring injuries and stuff, leaving him out. He ain't
He
play
had
all
a
year
broken.
for us,
He
Mark.
had a broken foot. That's not a hamstring injury. He had a broken
Wow.
foot.
You
He gonna-
might
I
as well
don't
say
wanna-
the Giants might as well go get Deshaun Jackson then. If you want.
There you go. Now that's
At least
it
he'll
right
see
there.
the field.
Good comparison. Good comparison.
If
Go get
Deuce can
Deshaun.
agree with me on something, y'all should know. That's to tell y'all I'm telling the truth.
You ain't lying.
He's like,
I was a little ticked off with James
You
Washington.
ain't
You
lying,
got a
boy.
point. You got a point, Mark.
Some dog.
Yeah,
Some
boy.
dog.
Them two, Mark and Deuce, they cut promos on each other.
But if Deuce can agree with me, bro, that's telling y'all I'm telling the truth. Take a chance on him. You can get him for dirt cheap.
But
And
when
if
the
it
last
works
time
out-
you remember him playing football?
they should have went after
Right.
Brandon
Wow.
Cooks before Dallas got him.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what
True.
helped the Giants.
He's more of a
They
dog than
went after Brandon
Washington.
Cooks. Yeah. Before Dallas got Brandon
Right.
Cooks.
It might be a
should've
good
went after him.
omen that we get Brandon Cooks because he wins championships where he goes. So I'm hoping some of that juju rolls up on us. Yeah,
Rich
he
Homie,
played.
what you think?
Yeah, Rich Homie. Yeah,
That guy threw it too.
Rich Homie. Rich Homie, like, what the hell?
No. So
The New York Giants, bro.
New York
The New York Giants, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. To be honest, like I don't follow them like that. So I mean,
Who does?
so yeah, I mean that wasn't a shot or nothing, but
That was my shot, D-Rick.
but
Call your ass Monday.
I mean, if anything, I would just get Dane Jones some weapons because I mean, I'd be mad if I paid Buddy all this money and he can't do nothing. You know,
Okay.
he can't show us what he really can do,
Let me
and
get
just
it.
don't trip.
Okay.
Don't trip on the field. You know,
Yeah.
when ain't nobody in front of you. Yeah, that's it.
Earth monster.
I'm geared. Let me gear up. Let me hear.
Sorry,
I've
D-
said this thousands of times with D-Ray in the Giants. You're not going to beat the Cowboys if you don't go and get a dog like DeAndre Hopkins, Jarvis Landry,
James
somebody-
Washington.
Thank you, Drew.
No. A dog, somebody that's gonna a dog is a game changer. Stephon Diggs, somebody that's gonna carry the team on their back. So a wide receiver like that. If the Giants don't get them, they're not gonna come out of that division because you got the Philadelphia Eagles and you got. I don't care what you say about the Cowboys, and people hate the Cowboys, but the Cowboys they get through. They win double digit. They have double digit win. I know they ain't been to the Super Bowl since Moses walked the earth, but I'm just saying they always get. They have a good record,
Wave in the wall.
and they cannot. I'm telling you, man, the Giants to the basement. See, that's what I'm saying. You have to get dog. You cannot go in the NFL with mediocre players. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to get a star. You have to birth a star. Saquon Barkley is all they got. If Barkley goes down, the Giants go down. You don't want your team to be like that.
Right.
They're going to suck. I'm telling you, D-Rack. They're going to suck.
We are. They got 10 draft picks, so they got a chance to address it.
God forbid, if Najee goes down, you done for, right?
They got Jalen Warren.
Pickens a dog.
We'll be all right. But we also have more receivers than they do.
Pickens is
our
a
receiver
dog.
room is way
George
better than
Pickens he's a dog.
and our quarterback's better. So
okay. All right,
So
to
who
the
Allen
game.
Robinson
If
play
Lamar
for?
goes down, you're done for, right?
Y'all see? Y'all see?
Yeah, we
that?
see what happened.
Y'all
What,
see
what,
it?
what I'm getting at is you have to get somebody. You have to get somebody that's going to change the game for you. You can't get these role players, man. You can't have a bunch of John Paxsons and can't have all these 6-man of the year awards on your team, bro. You feel me? You have to get somebody. You got to spend some money, like the Jets did.
They need to go out there in the first round and get a receiver. That 25th pick.
But look at the Jets. Look at the Jets, bro. The Jets. We all know the Jets sucked throughout the years from the 90s. I mean, boy, the Jets has been garbage. But look at them now. They on the potential of getting Aaron Rodgers. And even if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, look what they got now. They got dogs.
T-Rock spent money. They spent money, and they got it straight. You know, not everybody was high on Kirk, but he was productive when thrown to. And I know Marvin Jones was a little long in the tooth, but he was a dog. He's a possession receiver. He helped you move the chains. Yeah. You know, I know he went back to Detroit, but I think they'll probably get another replacement for him. But yeah,
all I'm saying is get you
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, somebody like that, somebody that you can put your team on when your quarterback is struggling, or somebody you can put your team on when your wide receiver is struggling. We got Devontae, that's a dog. Lamar Jackson, that's a dog.
Devontae might miss 6 games on you though, boy. You gotta be careful with that, boy. You sign him. Might be out there missing them.
Go ahead, Wallstreet.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
With that though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, say what you want about that guy. He got a problem with throwing it to the other team, you know, but he's a dog, right?
Hold on.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I know, but I get what I'm saying. It's a star power.
He ain't a dog yet for me, man.
I put like this in star power.
Jury's still out. Yeah.
I use basketball for if Joel Embiid go down, guess what? Over.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over.
It's a wrap.
And that's because Philly didn't go get more dogs. They just depended on Joel. The same way with the Giants. They just depended on Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. You got to spend money. Spend money, man, if you're going to be a contender. Don't talk about you going to win.
They got good defense, though. That's what kept them in the games.
That's very true. But how long? We're going with these high-powered offenses now. How long? That means your defense going to be on the field.
A lot. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Barbecue.
I was saying,
barbecue chicken.
Allen Robinson can do good for them.
That's very true, Rock. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Oh, Lord. I don't talk too much. All right, going to the next one. No, you good, bro. You good. Allen Robinson is perfect, Rock. I totally agree with you. Take my money on that one. Allen Robinson to the Giants. That would be perfect. He's a perfect receiver for that type of play. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I'm going to sit back and just shut up because I'm going to let y'all go ahead and do y'all. Next topic, man, the NFL. One of the hottest right now, man, is Cam Newton. Cam Newton provides a list of quarterbacks he's willing to play behind. And he said this in our quote, I never said I didn't want to be a backup. These are real quickly, these are the quarterbacks he said. He named 9 of them. I'm going to go through them real quickly. Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson. Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts. Tennessee Titans, Malik Willis. Washington Commanders, Sam Howell, and Aaron Rodgers, who is eventually expected to join the New York Jets. It's worth pointing out that Watson, Fields, Willis, and Howell once played in the 7-on-7 U program sponsored by Newton. Newton also added there are 3 incoming signal callers he'd happily tutor: C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson. All right, man. I'm gonna go Rock, man. Let's go to Rock, the returning Rock here. Out of this 9, bro. Out of this 9. Yo, Cam is wild. Cam is wilding, bro. Cam is wild. So just give me your inputs on what you think about what Cam Newton said with his list, because there's more.
His list is his list. I can believe like the top guys in the league, but to say he want to back up like Sam Howell and the three rookies, I think what Richardson, Stroud, and Bryce Young, right?
Right.
Those on his list. But I can see him backing up like Lamar or but I'm baffled he didn't put like Patrick Mahomes on there,
Ooh.
But Aaron Rodgers though, he not gonna get no playing time backing up Aaron Rodgers. That was laughable right there. And to say he gonna like back up like the Sam Howell joint, that's just he can't. He feel like he can't beat out Sam Howell.
Right.
Or was he just being too humble?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on in the mind.
It came down to like just the top 5 guys that was in the league, and Mahomes should have been on that list. That's the only thing that kind of caught me off guard.
I'm gonna
You don't want to go sit behind the Super Bowl winning champion, but you will sit behind Sam Howell.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on it. That's my take on it.
I know, bro. I know. Rich Holman.
Man, I don't know.
Is he being cocky? Is he really cocky?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like he could start in some places, like Malik Beach. I mean Malik. What's his name?
Willis.
Yeah, him. He can start for Tennessee. Like I don't know. I'm really lost for words on this one. This is just laughable. Yeah,
he's wilding, man.
Yeah,
he's wilding.
Yeah,
he's crazy. I ain't gonna say he's crazy, but he's just wilding, man. Drew to the game. Get him.
I'm gonna put a different spin on this. I'm gonna look at this as glass half full. I think Cam Newton's list is probably one that he spent a lot of time on and looking across the league at all 32 teams. I mean, if you want to go hold a clipboard for Patrick or Josh Allen or whoever, you know, there's a pretty good shot you're not going to play. I think every team that he listed, it's either a place or an opportunity where there is a quarterback in question as a starter, or a quarterback that's injured, or just unproven. And I think if the opportunity presents itself, if that starting quarterback were to fail and fall on their face, so to speak, then you could insert Cam and he could be back in the limelight. Cam's a limelight guy. You know what I mean? And maybe with some time off, maybe he's worked some things out. But I mean, also to be back in the league to get a paycheck, who wouldn't want to get back in there? You know what I mean? If you went out the way you didn't want to go out, I think making a list of guys that you pretty sure that you can beat out, but you'll say that I'll back up to tutor. That's what I mean. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because I think he's presenting it one way, but there's like maybe a possible alternative motive. Like I know you guys are going to produce, so then I'll step up and be the guy. That's just my opinion on it.
I think, and you're not wrong either. It's part, and what you're saying is he got a strong ego too, which I mean, it's understandable. He's a man, first of all. Tariq Taylor said Cam gotta put that feather back on his head to recalibrate his mind. He's wild, man. Deuce.
So I don't know, man. I remember Cam posted a video on Instagram about a week before this and said that he was better than, you know, there's not 32 people in the league better than him, is what he said.
Yeah, he did.
Then he comes back, and now he's like narrowed it down to these 9 quarterbacks, and he's like, all right, now these are the ones I would play behind, and then or tutor. I think the tutor part is the part that I don't really care for.
Yes.
Like at the moment, you're not in the league. You know, I don't think you're at liberty to say you're going to tutor somebody. Like I think it's you worry about getting yourself in the league. That's just not a route I would have taken. Do I think he can give a lot of quarterbacks knowledge? Absolutely. He's a MVP. He went to a Super Bowl. He was a very good player for a while. You know, I just didn't like that part of it. But I agree with Drew to a certain extent. I think a lot of those quarterbacks run a similar offense that he could be successful in. You know, Josh Allen, and he'll be able to use his legs that like Josh does, or like Lamar does, or Jalen, or all those guys he named are, you know, dual threat guys. They can run, they can throw, similar to what, you know, Cam was. So I think that's what that is all about. It's not having to come in and change who he is too much. And honestly, I think Cam's healthy for the first time in a very long time. Absolutely. I think that gets lost in a lot of this too, is how banged up that shoulder was. Yeah, you know, after taking so many hits year after year after year, because he didn't get the same grace that other quarterbacks got. When you teed off on Cam, you could tee off on him all you want. There was no 15-yarders. None of that was happening. You know, you hit other quarterbacks like that, and then, you know, you're looking at a fine by the time you get back in the locker room for halftime. So I think that caught up with him. I think his body was really, really banged up. And Cam's a prideful guy, so I don't think he would ever come out and say that. You know, I think he like when he was in New England, he was trying to, you know, do what he could. You know, he was trying to still put the team on his back. You know, I remember, I think it was a Monday night game that the Patriots played, and he went out there and, you know, I think he wound up losing, but, you know, he went out there and showed what he still had left in the tank. So I do hope he gets in the league. I hope he gets another job. Sometimes I just wish he would just work, you know, like I get how, I get who he is, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not telling him to, by any means, to shut up and play ball. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think certain things you move a certain way with. It's just a certain, especially trying to get back in the league, you know. Yes.
You don't have it. You ain't got no job, man. You talk about who you want, and that's, I'm going to get to Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp just ripped him apart, which he's telling the truth. Streets.
Yeah. Well, to me, man, you can look at it as he being humble, or some people may look at him as being arrogant. To me, I look at it as like a job application. When you come in, you let people know what you can do, what you want to do. He let the team. I think it was smart for him to pick these teams. Like Duke said, these teams run a similar offense. Most of these quarterbacks probably gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Well, from the type of offense they run, so there may be a chance for him to play. You know, you look at the Browns, 6 out of the 9 teams, they're black quarterbacks and running good. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but and the other 2 are rookie quarterbacks with Zach Wilson, and then you got Howe. So he may even get to play in that situation. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he did. I'm be quite honest with you, man. Let people know where you stand. Won't be no confusement. What narrative I do hate is that he's too popular to be a backup quarterback. I hate that. That's just a BS way of them forcing him out the game. I don't think that has nothing to do with it. You just need a backup quarterback. You know what I mean? He can't help that he's popular. I mean, what does that have to do with anything? Can you back up my team if my quarterback's hurt? That's all I need to know.
There you go. I agree with you.
So I think it's a bunch of excuses made. I don't think they gave Cam a fair shot, you know, after coming out for COVID, how they forced him back in and rushed him back in. I think Cam can play. Ain't no doubt in my mind that this brother can play quarterback in the league, man.
No doubt.
Given a whole offseason for him to learn the offense. I just see some I ain't gonna call them bums, but just less than good quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
So I think he can come in and play. So I'm a big Cam fan, man.
I take him.
I'm a big Cam fan, so I think that it's humble of him to go and put himself in a backup position, knowing the star he was. Cam was a big star, man.
He was,
and I still think he got a lot. He got a lot to offer a young quarterback. He was a franchise quarterback for a long time for a franchise, like you say. He took him to the Super Bowl, so I think he got a lot to offer.
Look what Shakira say.
I bet they would take him up there in them bum old Commanders. Y'all trash. The Commanders trash, Shakira Jones.
How's his relationship with Ron? With Ron being up there, because
and that may be a reason he said that too.
That might be a reason he's trying to get back up there with his guy.
And you never know what Ron might have slid and said to him. Now, hopefully, if Magic can buy the team, they'll bring him in. But I think Cam has a place in the league, man. I think he has a place in the league. But Cam can come across as arrogant. Now, I ain't gonna say that, or I don't know, it's this air of something about him that comes across. I don't know the brother personally, but sometimes he can come across like that across TV.
For that one.
But
okay.
I think it's a time and place for it sometimes, Street. Because
Thank you.
I remember he came down to New Orleans and they were talking crazy to him because he was dancing in the end zone and stuff like that. And he just flat out told him, "You don't want to see me dance? Keep me out the end zone." And I respect that.
I respect that a whole lot.
I respect that.
I love
that a whole lot. GC, what up, GC? GC. Shannon was harsh, but he was right. This ain't 2013 through 16 or 17 no more.
I got a little bone to pick with Shannon on that, man. Because Shannon, I know he got to get his point across, but sometimes, man, he don't want the brother in the league. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, Shannon. I get it.
I'm going there, Mr. President. I'm going there, boy.
Man, I don't know how I follow up my podcast brethren with their excellent takes and analysis on the situation. I love Cam Newton's confidence. I love his swag personally, because we all know a quarterback in the NFL with no confidence is no good. If the quarterback don't believe in his abilities and believe that he's the best thing out there, what's the point of having him? But hell yeah, Cam Newton should still be in the NFL. Guys like Blaine Gabbert and Chase Daniel and Mason Rudolph still got jobs on NFL rosters. Why can't Cam Newton? And the thing that on a personal note, like seriously, I really am hoping and praying that somehow the football gods work it out where he can find his way back in Mickey D's system in Vegas, because when he was with Josh McDaniels, they did a rush job with him running the offense, but when he was in there, he was pretty darn effective.
And he was 79 with nothing.
Yeah. So I personally would love to see him in silver and black, just to bring a dual threat, like a true dual threat quarterback that we haven't had since Stabler, in my opinion. I think he would easily be in contention for the starting job there, because y'all know how I feel about Jimmy Garoppolo, but there are a ton of other teams that I feel like, he's already better than who was on their roster. Like, y'all know me, I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. I think if he was in Tampa Bay, he'd be better than Baker. He would start with Baker. It's a bunch of other teams out there. So I just don't understand why he hasn't gotten a chance. I think it is because of the fact that he's very braggadocious and not shy about how he feels and his abilities. And also I think the fact that people want in a backup quarterback, and that's the way the league sees him, people want their backup quarterback to just shut up and hold a clipboard and be a no-name pretty much. But that's just not Cam Newton, and I don't feel like that should be I don't feel like that's how it should be. Let the man be him, as long as he ain't doing or saying nothing outrageous. If he just bring the swag, bring the energy to the team, why be mad at it? But, I think he definitely deserves a shot. I don't give a damn what anybody else got to say about it, Shannon included. But
okay, so now it's my turn, as Skip say. I got something for Cameron here, because I like Cameron. I like him. Great quarterback. But that's my dude, man. That dude, man. I'm telling you, Deuce. I guess it's a light skin thing. You know what I'm saying? Light skin connection. That's my dude right there. Deuce. I agree with Deuce. It's a hit or miss on this. It's how he doing this though. Why are you getting on YouTube and social media doing all this? You don't have to do this. You're Cam Newton. Won't you just be humble? Yeah, Mark.
But how many dudes in the modern day era of football have been able to cultivate a career out of developing an online following?
Listen, Mark, if you're going to campaign for yourself, you got to do things totally different. You're doing shit like a little boy. You can't get on here and be like, well, I think, with these 9 players, these only people. Again, I agree with what Shannon was too hard, but he was too hard, but he was right. Because that is the wrong way. If you're marketing yourself, Mark, and to be on your YouTube channel, you trying to market yourself, you're not going to be on there. Look, man, I'm only dealing with you, and you. So that's it. What's up? You can't do that. You got to be humble. You're a former MVP. Kids still look up to you, so you got to come at it a totally another way. He got his own podcast. He's saying the same thing on his own podcast.
I think I don't see nothing wrong with it because why say you want to go to Dallas? You know,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
49ers.
I hate to use race in this, but that's why they don't mess with us because we don't do things right and do things professional. You don't have to go on YouTube on his. I'm looking at it right now. He's on his YouTube channel talking about that stuff, man. Like you don't have to make a big scene in order to get yourself seen. You know, you're Cam Newton. Won't you just go out here and be like, hey, I would like to star quarterback at XYZ, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to say, well, I'm better than this guy, or this guy's irrelevant, or why these what did he say? What was the quote? The irregulars?
He said it ain't 32 MF is better than me.
I mean, I agree with that.
I mean, I don't understand, like, especially being an old school football fan. I mean, Shannon Sharp talked mad.
You're 33 years old.
Dion was old as all get out.
32 backups better than him.
No, he said 32 MF is better than me. I mean, Shannon was talking mad junk his whole career. Dion was old as dirt in Baltimore, still talking his junk. I mean, some of the greatest players. Some of the greatest players that have ever played football have literally been the guys that were taught junk and had their swag on 25 hours a day.
The only thing
I don't see why it's different when it's Cam.
I think the only difference.
How long were they productive?
Dion was 37.
The only thing I would say is
how
all
long
those
was
guys
they
were still
productive
on
while they were
rosters,
talking
though,
trash?
Mark.
Say it again, Deuce.
Those guys were on rosters while they were doing that, though.
Oh, you got a point there.
Tell me what Cam played.
It's easy for me to say that when I'm signed to a team. We're just saying get back in the league and then move how you want to move.
But I think Cam trying to control the narrative a little bit. If you don't watch it, man, the press will run with this narrative on Cam. And he's trying to say, hold up now. I got to speak up for myself. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
And he's not going to let them just run with this narrative.
The media is going to make Cam Newton, whatever he says, magnetize 1,000, and then now these NFL owners going to look at him like he's a fool.
Better than Herbert.
So let me ask you a question.
Justin Herbert.
Well, you know you're going to go Herbert on that one.
So my question for host and Deuce would be, you know, Antonio Brown was on social media talking mad junk, but teams still signed him. When he
exactly. But he's not the quarterback, though.
Where is that now,
though? Be difference, though.
Where is that now?
He committed career suicide. I mean, for lack of a better term. I mean,
he had Tom Brady to co-sign for him, though.
And you don't mind your receiver talking trash. Like, you want your quarterback.
You want those guys to do, especially nowadays. Now, back in the day when it was your Ochos and your TOs, them dudes got exiled because they talked. Nowadays, it's cool. That's fine.
Joe Namath was talking junk back in the 60s.
Yeah, but come on, Mark. There's a big difference between Cam Newton and Joe Namath.
Exactly.
That's Joe Namath, too.
Antonio Brown, if he had to go in for his... Even Lamar Jackson, who's representing himself, came on. I mean, come on.
You cannot win against the machine. The Matrix will send more agents at you, from all directions. Whether it's closed doors.
You got a cool hand, Luke. You got to go with the system.
Don't.
But let me ask y'all this,
for me saying it's right or I agree with it. But at the end of the day, it's the obstacle that's in front of you. And I think there's a certain way and there's a blueprint to how to maneuver in it. I think at times that I think you need to use it. And I think Cam is at that crossing road in his career right now. That's all I'm saying.
I think he had to put it out there,
I don't think it's right.
So ask yourself this: if Cam doesn't speak up these next couple of weeks, or is he leading the talking blocks on these talk shows? The people even know that he want to play football? I didn't even know he wanted to play football.
People forget about him.
Yeah, so I think he had to put his name out there. Let him know. Hey,
I think
I'm out here.
I think throwing to his brother at his pro day was talking enough, saying I want to play.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
enough. Auburn and throwing and throwing there. I think that was enough.
That's
personally. But Deuce at the same time, we've seen other players try to take that humble, quiet route.
Yep.
And just do the workouts and.
When the last nice guys finish last.
On the roster,
you're not. I mean? I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm not.
Sometimes you got
argument out of that.
Sometimes you got to shake the trees, man. Let some apples fall out. You know what I mean?
But don't shake it like a fool. Shake it with your.
But we know certain guys when they shake the tree or when they do things like that, it gets shown more. Like Draymond Green. Draymond can do anything. And he gets a technical foul that guys don't get because certain guys get treated certain ways. Cam's one of those guys.
Yes.
He's been one of those guys.
But you ask yourself, why? Why is that narrative about Cam? He's never been in trouble.
No.
He's always been a hard-nosed player. So, I mean, where has this narrative been created about Cam?
He did get in
that
trouble.
narrative got created down in
Florida.
Florida.
I mean, that was, come on, he's 19 years old, 33 years old.
Quite literally, that reputation has not left him since Florida, and then the stuff with Cecil Newton at Auburn.
It has ran the legal statutory limits, so it should be out of people, talking points. Cat was 20 years ago.
Mike Vick situation passed the legal limit, but people still bring that up to this day.
That's very true.
But Mike was a grown man when he has his transaction. Cam Newton was a teenager.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
When it comes to
Wall Street,
that's a teenager. 19.
Yeah, because for a man, it's 19 because we ain't grown until we 21.
Yeah, shit. Some of them older than that, bro.
I hate to take it there, but we all know when you an athlete to look like how we look.
Yes, sir.
The negative narratives never leave your side. If you look a different way, they'll sweep that stuff under the rug real quick.
That's what I'm saying, though, Mark. I'm saying because of that, there are certain things that you can and cannot do when you're trying to get a job in this National Football League. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Things that you can't when you're in the league. And if what's my man's name? The head of the NFL Players Association. He said it the other day. He said it the other day. The machine/matrix, they will find a way to hold something over you and your contemporaries, and they'll ask you these dumb questions that don't got nothing to do with nothing. But then they'll use that as, well, you did this in college. You had this car accident down in Charlotte, Cam. You know what I mean? When a player is outspoken, or when a player stands or kneels for something, they don't like that. They do not like that. And they will find a way to close the door. They will find a way.
Yeah, because truth be told, again, we're going to keep it real because it is a Real to Sports podcast.
Right.
Ben Roethlisberger stuff got swept under the rug, never gets brought up ever again. You know what I mean? Robert Kraft, Jim Irsay, they can do all kinds of stuff. Their stuff gets swept under the rug. But I think the issue is
that's the key.
Just to go ahead and call a spade a spade. The real issue isn't that Cam is talking or the antics that he's doing. Is Cam too black? Cam is too black for a lot of these owners' blood, especially when you talk about him potentially being a backup quarterback.
I agree, Mark. Because I
don't think it's too black though. I don't think it has to do with.
I think
it is for his position.
That's what it is too, though.
For his position, man, I'm telling you.
You're a quarterback. You're a quarterback. Everybody.
I just think they judge Cam with a different.
Listen to me. And Deuce hit it, man. I'm telling you, Deuce hit a grand slam with it. It's okay what he doing. I get it because you campaigning for yourself. But get on a team first. You have no job. You're not even in the league right now. You're not in the league.
Even I'll take it a step further. When he first left,
you're in the league and you're doing this. They're gonna keep you out of the league. Get in there, then talk. You know what I'm saying?
My question to you would be on this: when he got let go in New England, right, and he was out the league for a little bit. At first, you didn't really hear nothing from him. He was quiet. He was laying low on social media. He wasn't really saying nothing. He did a sporadic podcast appearance here and there, but he took the humble and quiet route. Didn't get no action his way. Didn't get no looks, nothing. So now he's having to speak up for himself and keep his name out there, hoping that a team will take a look. So he's tried the method you're asking for. He's tried it, and it didn't work for him.
I think now he's got to go back to he wasn't healthy.
He was quiet because he's in Belichick's system.
I think he wasn't healthy.
No, I'm saying after he left New England and after he got let go by Carolina, when he had that little cup of coffee with him, the first couple of months that he was out after Carolina, he was quiet, under the radar.
Right.
He did the quiet, humble route.
Right.
Nobody was looking at him. Nobody was talking to him. And now that enough time has passed, you got to do something to keep your name relevant. To hope that somebody will give you a shot. I think that's what he's doing.
I think he wasn't healthy immediately after that. I think
he was healthy. You get on the field, you doing this. You got your arms out.
I think he knew that he couldn't in that moment lead a team the way he wanted to. It couldn't play football the way he wanted to. And I think he was waiting until he got healthy, which is now. And now he's able to go and be able to confidently say, I'm back. I feel good. My body feels the best it has in a long time. And I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
But
I feel you, GC. I feel you. Ooh, boy. I knew this subject was gonna be good. And I said, I like Cam Newton, man. But I mean, right now with the NFL, bro, they don't like fools. I'm sorry.
Ask yourself this though, host. If you won the 32 teams, can Cam Newton help your team?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah,
that's all
that matters.
But Street, you got to get in first, and then talk. Don't be outside of the box.
Hey man,
when you outside, nobody hears you.
Sometimes you gotta sell yourself.
When you got that melanin in your skin, you automatically outside the box.
But listen, when you outside the stadium, so that means nobody hear you. Get in, and then people can hear you.
If Cam is comfortable, this is my thing. If Cam is comfortable doing his way and accepting any repercussions of what that means, if that means he's going to do it his way, talk his talk, and if he doesn't get in the league, he's fine with that. Then Cam, let's roll, baby. Do your thing. We're not. No one on this show is saying don't do that. And nobody's mad at that. I respect you as a man if you're willing to live and die by it. But at the same time, after that, don't say nobody wants to give me a chance.
Yeah,
but he'd be right in saying that though. Bro, if guys like Blaine Gabbert, if guys like Blaine Gabbert and Gardner Minshew and all these other guys can keep getting chance after chance,
your
Nick
boy,
Foles,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he
like,
did
come
throw
on,
my class and nobody said nothing. Mason Rudolph. That is true.
Oh, Baker Mayfield. Come on, man. This dude getting all these chances.
And I very much stood up and said that because it's true. Like, compared to Cam Newton, Mason Rudolph, I love him to death. He's one of my favorite OSU quarterbacks of all time.
Trash.
He can't hold a candle to Cam Newton, but he still got a job. Though.
But are those guys?
Blaine Gabbert was a first round bust. He still got a job.
But you know what? He can talk because he
got
got behind
Tom Brady too.
He's in the league though. He can talk. He can
Let's put it like this: for what Cam did
in the league because he don't got melanin in his skin.
Mark, if you got a job, you ain't got no job, but you're gonna be like, man, I ain't working at no Burger King, I ain't working at no McDonald's, I ain't working at no Walmart, I ain't doing none of that.
But Cam not.
You ain't got no job.
But Cam he has income though. He's not probably.
I ain't talking about the money. I'm not talking about the money. I'm just saying you don't have nothing. Let's say you have nothing.
But if you're not coming there with nothing, you can still say you have your pride to say, "Hey, look, I'm only going to do this." I know people that come for job interviews, and if the cash ain't right,
and guess what,
they still won't take the job.
They're gonna do this.
They're
gonna do that.
I don't see nothing wrong with him saying, "Yo, this is who I play for."
People these days are looking for humbleness.
No, they want him to beg. They want him to beg. That's what they want from him.
You're right.
And Cam is saying, I ain't begging y'all for shit. That's what Cam's saying.
I respect that.
You're right, bro. You're right.
I respect that.
You're right.
That's what he's saying.
You're right.
I'm not saying to do that.
They want him to be a no-name white dude. I mean, I hate to be that wrong with it, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to be that wrong with it.
The lens that he gets looked at is a total different lens than Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph had a situation, and Myles Garrett said why him and Mason got into it, and what he said, and what Mason had a history of, y'all up there at Oklahoma State, Mark.
Yeah.
And he still got a job.
He still got a job.
Because it's a total different lens that he gets looked at than Cam does.
Let somebody else say something like that to Trevor Lawrence or any other quarterback, take your pick, Jimmy Garoppolo. Let somebody else call them out their name. See how long they got a job.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Rich Homie.
No.
Bruh, Rich Homie like, man, he on the chain, man. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm old school, man. Humble is the way, bro. I mean, I know. I just know me. I know I'm kind of taking it maybe out of context because it's me. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I love Cam Newton. I wish he was part of the Raiders. Good Lord, I do. I do, man. I mean, this dude.
You and me both.
He's 33 years old. He's still phenomenal. He still can throw the ball. He still can run. We see on and I know it's Instagram and he's not on the field and playing. But the guy just played 2 years ago, and again he just came in off Tom Brady and he was 7-9 in Belichick's system. You know how hard that is to learn that, and he was 7-9
coming off of COVID when he didn't, you know.
Facts.
Didn't get
And,
that
and somebody, one of y'all said that
With a bum
he
shoulder.
didn't get a fair shot, which he didn't. He didn't. And then he shipped him to Carolina. But he goes back to Carolina, and again, it's on Carolina setting them up for failure because they had nothing.
Matt Rule down there messing up.
They had nothing.
It was a
lose-lose
situation.
He said when he got was he was back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm mad he didn't say he could back up Trevor Lawrence.
I'm back. That's all he said.
Bill Peterson gave Cam Newton a fair shot. He was the backup Trevor Lawrence. I'm surprised his name wasn't on that list.
I'm surprised either. I don't understand why nobody picked him up. I don't understand it. I know we just podcasters. I mean, but we know football. I don't get it. Maybe it's something that these owners, and maybe it has something to do with race.
It got a lot to do with it.
I'm telling you, the skin color is
got everything to do with it.
Historically, because I don't want to go on too long with this, but historically, right? Black quarterbacks come into the league, say they don't necessarily pan out at first. They're the first one shipped out of town, never to be heard from again.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be a first-round white quarterback, be one of the biggest busts in all of football, but you still gonna get chance after chance after chance to be at least a backup in the league.
Well,
if Cam Newton would have had a career like Jim Plunkett had with the Patriots, if that would have been Cam Newton would have never been heard from again after that rookie contract.
I agree with you. And like Drew to the game says, it's the machine. It's the machine.
Yep.
It's the machine.
What better? It's got a kid that did everything you just did, in my opinion, and he's a starter in Tampa right now.
Oh,
hey man,
yeah.
Baker Mayfield was included on my list of people that I called out.
He bounces like a Spalding ball.
Agreeing with you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same situation. That dude's a starter.
Yeah, he bounced like a Spalding ball. He in Tampa this year. We don't know where he's gonna be next year, and the year after that, So,
but he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there though.
The game's quarterback.
He's gonna be there exactly.
I'd rather have Cam starting on my team than Baker Mayfield.
Joe Flacco's still in the league, getting a check. He can't throw 15 yards.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope. Rough out there in them streets, folks.
I'll tell you, man. I knew this was gonna be a big subject, man, because we all Cam Newton fans, and I wish nothing but the best. But God damn it, you're MVP, former MVP, you're a quarterback, so that means you're a leader. You gotta do things a little bit different. I know you don't want to do things how they want you to do it, but you gotta kind of cool hand Luke it and work with the system just a little bit to get yourself in. So when you get in,
I just think play the game.
Play the game. That's what I'm saying. Get in and play the game.
I think Cam been playing the game. He like this game full of BS. So I got to change
about the
stuff
physical
up.
game.
They keep on moving the goalposts on my boy.
I would say continue to work out, continue to get better, or whatever the case you may be. Somebody's gonna sign him.
He looked good in that damn pro day.
He looked awesome.
I want him in the league. That's what I'm saying. I want to see him in the league.
He's only 33 years old.
He's
only 33.
Everybody on the panel is taking a shot at this for the most part, and everybody's right. And even shout out to live chat. It was a couple minutes ago. There was a comment about my boy Ray Lewis. You know, he went through Miss Jones. He went through the legal issues that like Wallstreet was addressing, and once it's done, it should be done. But again, folks like to move the goalposts. You know what I'm saying? So you look at Ray Lewis, and people are still talking about Ray Lewis. Oh, he's this, he did that. But nobody talks about Robert Kraft stuff. Nobody talks about Irsay stuff. Your boy from MMA, Dana White. Don't nobody talk about his stuff. Nobody talk about Jim Kelly beating his wife. Nobody talk about that baseball pitcher or baseball guy choking out his girlfriend or doing some type of threat. Certain things will get swept under, and we all know why. There's also a certain way you got to carry things. If you want to get something, you got to walk a certain way. And then once you get in there, then you say what you said last time. I'm back. I'm back.
That's what you say.
Combination of everything.
I love it, man. This is what this show is about. This is what the show is about. I love it. I love it, man.
Go hit that like.
I'll tell you. Tell them, Drew.
Subscribe.
I love it, man. That's what this show is about, bro. And like I said, I knew because we all Cam Newton fan. We all, man, big time. I know I am. I mean,
football fans.
Yes, sir, man. I love man, Cam Newton, my dude, man. Miss Jones, she's always there, man. She's always there. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, I knew I wanted to touch on this today, and I knew you fellas gonna knock it out of the park. Each and every one of y'all. I knew y'all was gonna knock it out. I knew it was gonna get to that. And I think, man, I really wish Shannon Sharp was on there. I think we all can take a jab at him because, he be ODing.
Yeah, he be ODing. I like Shannon. I'm a big fan.
Shannon too, man. But he just a little bit.
Yeah. What did Shannon say? I actually didn't hear what he said.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm glad. Thank you, sir. Thank you. See,
Shannon said he wanted some restitution.
Yeah, he said.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Undisputed. I don't get you that much.
He said this, and I quote: "The problem I have with Cam is that his arrogance is suffocating." He said to co-host Skip Bayless, "This man was out of the entire NFL last year. Then he comes in with a wish list. These are the players I'm willing to back up. Skip, I don't have a job. I'm only willing to work with Apple, Google, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Amazon, Salesforce, American Express, Wells Fargo, Walmart, and Target. I don't have a job." And he then explained, I don't get that. He's saying basically that he don't have a job. You don't have a job. You don't get to call the shots. You can't say what you're gonna do and what you ain't gonna do and this and this and this and this.
But you do have a choice.
Host,
you have a choice to where you go apply for your job at, though.
Absolutely. That's why.
That's basically what he's doing.
Yeah. That's why.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
And this isn't a shot at you or a shot at Unc, because I love Unc, but to everybody trying to push that narrative of he's jobless and being particular about where he want to work. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when Cam Newton was making his comments, did he say, "Oh, I don't want to go play for the Houston Texans, or I don't want to go play for the Chicago Bears, or this organization or that organization"? There's a lot of dumpster fire, poorly run organizations that most people, if they had a choice, wouldn't go work for. He didn't say none of that. He just said that they're not 32 dudes in the NFL better than him, and that's a factual statement. So if he would have said, "I don't want to go to Houston because they are a poorly run organization," or "I don't want to go play for Baltimore because they don't know how to build around a quarterback," no shot, Drew. But if he would have said something like that, I could see that narrative being applicable. But come on now,
is it not? And I'm just asking in a certain way. If you give me 10 options, Mark, and I say I only want 5 of them, am I not saying I don't want the other 5?
Even as an unemployed person, Deuce, and I'm gonna counteract that. Even as an unemployed person, you're gonna have a set wish list of like, I would love to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, making X amount of dollars an hour.
Yeah, they're gonna ask you that. They'll tell you when they hire you.
but if I'm like out here looking like, whatever job I can get that's in my career field, I'll take it because I need something right now because I got bills to pay. But if you ask me specifically, what's your ideal job situation? I'm gonna list what I want. I mean,
yeah. And I'm not starving for a job. I want a job. I would like to have it, but I'm not starving for one to where I'm gonna be, like you say, out on my butt if I don't get one. So I want to apply for where I want to work. I don't think nothing wrong with it.
Same, Wallstreet.
One thing we all leaving out though.
Nobody's saying nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's just how he doing it, Mark.
Yeah, there's also a piece we're also leaving out. Like he hasn't been recruited.
Yeah,
he hasn't been recruited.
If you want track flies, you put out sweet stuff. You got come on now. You can't come in there and say, "Look, man, look, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then put my feet on the table and say, now what? You can't do that." Kendrick Lamar said, "Sit down and be humble."
Be humble.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the NFL talk, man. Hey, man, great discussion by the podcast panel, man. Great Great discussion. I'll tell you, man. I love talking to you guys. I gotta give y'all applause.
And we also got to give applause to the host of bringing the fire subjects for us to have these conversations.
Man, ain't nobody, man. Ain't nobody.
How you ain't nobody but got your own theme song and video? Come on,
no, hell no.
Come on now.
No chance in hell.
No, man.
No chance.
Y'all bring it, man. I love it. I
No
just sit back.
shot.
I love sitting back listening to y'all, boy. This is off the chain. All right, man. NFL talk is over. End of the show. Street rock. Let's go. All right, man. NBA trivia. Trivia. 7 questions. The rules of the game, 7 questions will be asked. The winner, whoever have the most out of the 7 will be the champion. Today's questions will be based on NBA head coaches.
Oh, God.
Today's NBA head coaches. Today's NBA head. So that's being home. Kid Jones, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, Rock. And Street is the champion. Let's get this thing going.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Real 2 Sports NBA Trivia Championship.
All righty here. The playing field's all set. Street, you are the champ. You know how this goes. You go first, sir. Are we ready?
Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and set the tone early, host.
All right, here we go.
Early.
This is today's NBA coaches.
Oh, God.
Miami Heat head coach name.
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra it is. Starting it off right here. Okay. Rock. The Milwaukee Bucks head coach name.
I believe Mr. Mike Budenholzer.
Oh, these boys coming out the gate.
Damn.
These boys coming out the gate. That's all right, though.
You better than me, Rock, because I didn't know that.
You know, Ho's got curveballs. Here we go.
Yes.
Chicago Bulls head coach name.
God, I just seen this nigga last night. He coached at Florida.
Curveball.
He coached at Florida. I cannot think of his name. He's just drawing a blank. I know him. Damn, he coached at Florida. I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank. I have a brain freeze. Go ahead, young fella. I know you get that nice fresh brain. I know you know this one.
That tone.
All right, so thank you. We're gonna keep it nice and sweet. University of Florida head coach brought Al Horford, Yo Kim, and some other guys into the league. We're gonna go with Mr. Billy Donovan.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah.
Oh, Billy Donovan.
I could not think of it to save my life.
He coaching OKC too, Street.
I could not think of it. I just seen him play the other night too, man. And just drawing a blank. I ain't want to waste y'all time on it.
All right, Street, back on you. Washington Wizards head coach.
Come on, cuz. I know you know this with T-Rock. Oh, God. Who is the Washington Wizards head coach?
Host wins again.
Yeah. Once you told me head coaches, I was shot. I knew I was shot. I ain't gonna waste your time. Host. I have no idea what the Washington Wizards head coach name is. I pass.
This is crazy because I am up here in the DMV, and the Wizards won yesterday too. So, but I really their head coach. Let me think.
Oh man,
Washington Wizards head coach. I'm gonna go with Wes Unseld Jr.
West Unseld Jr. it is.
Good job, man.
Let's go, baby. They good.
I gotta make a
All right,
comeback.
Rock.
So
All
me?
right, here we go. Here we go, Rock. New York Knicks head coach name. I mean,
Oh,
Street.
that's Tom.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's Street. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know this one.
You stealing his.
Yeah. I know this one, host. Tom
Okay.
Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau.
that was easy.
Yeah, that was a good. Thank God I needed one of those.
Yeah. All right, Rock. Get this one. You probably pretty much seal the deal here.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Hawks new.
Oh, that's
head
Quinn
coach.
Snyder.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Well, Street. One last one, man. You're gonna go and get it for the record books. Brooklyn Nets head coach.
Ain't this a you know what? Host. Why you do this to me today? I never thought about head. Who thinks about head coaches, man? Nobody thinks about head coaches.
Now you
They
told
keep
me
part of the
last
game.
week. You told me you said, "Host." You looked at the camera too with your chest out. You said, "Host, I want some challenge."
All right, the New York Nets, Brooklyn Nets head coach. It was Steve Nash. They got rid of his butt, and they brought in. Oh, I know what they brought in. He used to play in the league. Black guy. His name is oh my God, I can't think of his name. Host, you killing me.
You got 10 seconds, brother. 10 seconds.
He used to play in the league too. He was a role player. I can't think of his name, host. Go ahead, T-Rock. Help old man out.
T-Rock
right.
for the fatality.
He used to play for the Nets. It's the Jacques Vaughn.
Oh, that's his name.
What a
Yes.
kid, Jacques Vaughn. Jacques freaking Vaughn, yo.
Coming back for a title that I never lost.
And new.
I just want to say that man T-Rock pulled a Roman Reigns when he came back at SummerSlam. My God.
I knew this weather was gloomy for some reason down here today, host. It's been gloomy all day long.
Hey, host, what we say on Talk to Him? Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge you.
My man, T-Rock.
T-Rock is
I couldn't
back.
lose to a better man.
Hey, it's all humble, man. I was hoping it wasn't no off the wall like head coaches.
I was hoping to be some old coaches back in the day, you know what I mean?
You know, I gotta shake the tree a little bit.
Yeah.
No doubt. I ain't know none of these new school
The
coaches.
Washington Wizards joint, that Wes Unseld Jr.
That was a good one.
That was the tournament.
I would have never known that one. Ever. Could have been $1 million on the line. I would have lost it.
Damn. Well, man, hey, T-Rock is back. And T-Rock just became a 2-time NBA trivia champion.
Oh, T-Rock.
Rock is in the building.
Hey, I can have the football. I think I'm gonna hold this NBA down for a little bit.
Rock is in the building. Rock has came back to reclaim his title.
Way to show up.
Hey, Rock, you know what this means, right? You know who's gonna be asking you for a title shot every day now on, right? I can hear him in the live chat now.
Yeah.
I can hear him now.
Boy.
I'm gonna set the record for as many wins against him. Watch. It's like,
I don't know, bro. Q-Dog put the bar pretty high with that record, dog.
Yeah, man. GC said just chill with it. You chill with it, man. No question and no doubt, man. Oh man, that's what's up. GC. What happened to the thing? Okay. All right, man. That's our show. We went a little overboard, man, but we're glad you guys still rocking with us, man. That's our show for today. As always, you know what it is, man. We want to thank you guys for being here with us, watching us on the Sports Talk Show, man, and the Real Sports Podcast. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching us and being here live with us, man. Please remember to give the podcast panel a thumbs up. Please give them a thumbs up, man. If this is your very first time laying your eyes and ears on us, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Good to see Rich Homie again in the building. Rich Homie. Good to see Rich Homie, man. And Mr. Positivity, Drew to the game coming through, man. Hey, it's not often Drew to the game get a chance to come through, but when he does, he does. It's always good to see that brother right there, man. T-Rock. T-Rock is back and just became the new champ. So, champ, do the honors, sir. Do the honors. Do the honors.
Yeah, I'd like to say appreciate it to the cast for having me back. Had to take a small hiatus, you know. It's on me. But other than that, I'm happy I got my family with me. And we're gonna keep rocking on.
Keep rocking on, baby. Keep rocking on.
Yeah.
We gotta do some of that Wi-Fi too, boy. So you
Oh, that'll be all right.
Doing that robot on him.
Yeah, all right. I am the
Yeah,
free.
it's-
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right, man. We're gonna get on up out of here. We're gonna get up out of here, man. We 2 hours in, but again, man, thank you guys for watching the Real to Sports podcast, the Real to Sports talk show on the Real to Sports podcast. And come on back Tuesday, man. We got more NBA and NFL news for you guys on the Tuesday night. The light sports to talk about. So come on back, man. Jump on YouTube at 7:05 Eastern time, man. Enjoy some sports talk with the Real to Sports podcast panel right here, man. Right here. Only on YouTube. We're gonna get on up out of here, man. No doubt. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Streets.
Peace, people. I'll be back.
Deuce. Mr. Positivity.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir. Rich Homie. No doubt. And the new champ. Sir.
A-Town down.
Oh, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. We will see y'all Tuesday, 7:05 Eastern time, right here on the Real Sports Podcast. Be safe. Stay safe. We out.